From the word confident, I think, isn't? What can you say about that word, that statement? What can you say about that fundamental principle, confidentiality? Keeping secrets. Keeping secrets. If you can't keep secrets, then you are not secured at all. If you want to be protected, one by yourself, you are supposed to keep your secrets first. Are you aware that there are some people who don't keep secrets? Huh? Very many. Even us inclusive. Huh? So you have to keep secrets. Then two, integrity. Integrity. What could be that? Shafiona. What could be that? Integrity. That means you must be ready every time. Once you keep secrets and you are always correct for whatever you are doing, and you are available, you are always there, then you are safe. Then you are safe. Then your security is provided. Those three principles, once you apply them on yourself, then to the public, then security is provided. One, keep secrets. Two, do right things at the right time, and always be where you are required to be. You are supposed to be in school at what time? Be there. Keep the secrets and do the right things at the right time. Then you are providing security. Am I communicating? We have others which do also imagine, like authentication. You must be authentic. For example, here at school, you don't come at the time you are not allowed. You don't enter where you are not allowed to enter. You are a male teacher. It is maybe at what time we find you in the girls' dormitory. Imagine. You are not allowed to go there. You have left the school and you have signed out. Why do you come back when you are not allowed to come back? All those fall under security. Where is Latif? I wanted to discuss over this when Latif is here. But let us discuss. We are having there the security guard. And security, we said, is beyond having the security guard. The head of security said that the eye, the what? The eye is the first element when we are referring to security, because sees everywhere. And the problem with our eye is only one. We normally move with it. For example, what is happening at your home, you can't see right there. That means we normally provide the third eye, because we have two eyes. We have this one and this one also. Then we normally provide the third one. And the third one is called what is the third eye? The badge? The dad? The security guard? Madam Jane? Which one could be the third eye in security? The husband? Aliba. Your husband is your third eye. The third eye is the camera. Is the what? Is the camera. Once it is placed somewhere, for it will keep watching that very area. Not so? even though you are not there. Sometimes you are asleep, all the two eyes are closed, but for the camera will keep watching. You get the point? But also still the camera has what you call the spot areas where it can't see, like where there are many corners. You have placed a camera here, but it is a corner where we can't see. That area is called the spotting area. Okay? That means if we are to make our security very tight, we have to provide many eyes. We put one eye there, another one. But still that eye cannot catch someone. Can the camera catch someone? Will just view and capture? Does what? Does what? How? By viewing. When? You connect to the screen. What I was looking at is however much you put there the third eye, we don't stop there again. We have to also to connect other parameters. For example, you put the skull, not so? The one the head of security was talking about. Still from there, this skull will not monitor the whole place. Also we need the fence. So that when he is patrolling, is also protected. You get the point? So security is very, very, very wide. It's something not small like that. When you look at the security guard, what are the duties of this person? That's why I wanted to hear Mr. Latif. What could be the duties of a security guard? Sheikh Muhammad. What are the duties of a security guard? Yeah, I said what?
To keep eyes on us when we are asleep.
What do you mean? So when you are sleeping, for him is in your house, keeping the eyes on you. One, security guard monitors safety and order in the workplace. That's the first duty. He monitors safety. Whatever disorganizes safety is responsible. And the order must be there. Secondly, monitoring entry and exits of the people and the vehicles if they are there. He has to monitor and take all the recordings. But also you have to help this person. Where you say problem, you have to intervene and help this person. Then handling and reporting incidents. Whatever happens, he has to handle and report. Then conducting daily and routine patrols. He has to make sure that he moves around and sees whatever is happening. So that has been a brief introduction of the security. But security is very, very wide, because if we are to go deep, we have to define security philosophically. What is the security in context? If we check into the philosophers, what do philosophers say about security? How about today in terms of psychology? They say what? Then we go very deep and check into, but we have just looked on the surface of it. In schools, what happens most? Are the incidents which do happen. For example, we have these simple accidents. Like what? Huh? Like theft. That is one theft. Another one, escaping. Another one, bullying. Another one, fighting. Another one, are we recording these things? Abusing. Another one, yes, protection from intruders. Another one, now there is a big one. It is what? The major one is what? Is the fire outbreak. That one. The fire outbreak is the big incident which can happen and causes a lot. Which one else? Food poisoning. Can you kill up our teacher? Actually, maybe last week or not this week, there is an incident happened there. There is a certain school in where? Is it Matuga? Where 20 of them? Where? Nakaseke? Nachifuma, very good. Nachifuma, a secondary school. Food poisoning. So people who are concerned about that area should be very, very, very careful. Those of welfare should be very, very careful. Food poisoning. There's one remaining. I want someone. Rebels. Also rebels are there. Latif Sitia. Yes. Electric shock. Yes, it is also there. There's another one I want. When that incident happens, you don't know. Madam Jen, which one? The motor accident. Also, it is fine. Okero incident. Yes, the Okero incident. Coupling. It's also an accident. Quarreling. Is coupling an accident? Madam J. Riots and violence. Even fighting, we talked about already. Raping, it is also an accident. Yes, and it's very serious. What else? There's one I want. Drowning, when you're having like the swimming pools and sort of. What is one I want? Chebet, which one? Between? Misunderstanding between teachers. Is it an accident?
Also, there is a fracture.
There is a fracture. They talked about running and sort of. This one I want. The collapse of the building. Once a building collapses, it causes a lot of tension. There is fire outbreak and buildings collapsing. Those two. So today we are going to discuss mainly the fire. The what? The fire. In all accidents which do happen, we are going to discuss about fire. Fire takes a longer time to happen. But once it happens in any environment, the occupants should be knowing all of the precautions and what to do even. What if fire is there? What do you do? How do you approach fire? What and what? There are many things we have to talk about, and we may not finish them today. First of all, what is fire? Sheikh Muhammad. Sheikh Muhammad. Anta Majud. What is fire? You don't know fire. Huh? Hey, Mr. The other one is called Muhammad. You also Muhammad. Can you defend your Muhammad? What is the fire? It is an outbreak which causes burning down a property. Is that fire really? Mr. Douglas, what is fire? It is not coming. Mr. Ola, what is fire? You are forgetting. Let's go to Madam Jane. Madam Jane, can you save us? What is fire? An increase in temperature. So when the temperature increases, then there is fire. We are trying to define what is fire. What is fire? Is the one who talked about the fire outbreak. What were you meaning?
We get fire.
Madam Secretary, think about fire.
What I know about fire, in simple terms, when fuel is burnt, it produces heat and light, of which the light, there comes fire. And fire, it is not only that it is destructive, but on the other side, where we use this kind of fuel, that is firewood, is when it's produced, it can help us to cook. And then on the other side, if fire, let me say if it's on a bad intention, it can cause things to burn, maybe a building, maybe markets, because we have seen so many markets burning here and there. Maybe even someone can burn rubbish, and then in that process of exposing the fuel, the matchbox, there fire comes.
Thank you very much. Can we clap him? There are those who feel not like clapping. What is it? Yes, Mr. Douglas. About fire. Yes.
Just like 3 words.
No problem.
Because I last had them over some 8 years back. A visible reaction from a chemical kind of.
Kind of what?
A chemical reaction that is visible. You can help me from there.
You mean any chemical reaction which is visible is fire?
Can react into fire, can result into fire.
Actually, he had the correct answer. Fire is a chemical reaction that gives off 1, heat, 2, light, and smoke. When the 3 are seen, automatically you say that there is a fire there. Not so. Huh? We are looking at this fire we talked about. We said that, for example, when we were defining security, there are other parts we left. But how do we detect fire? That fire is there, and which fire is that one? One, it has to be chemically reacting or reactive. Two, it has to produce light. There must be light. One over which you just detect that there is fire. Three, there must be a combination of smoke. Once the three are seen, that means there is fire. Why? That one drives us to what you call a fire triangle. A fire triangle. A fire triangle. You see, draw for us a triangle on the blackboard. Do you have a piece of chalk? A fire triangle. Once you have fuel and oxygen, you have fuel and oxygen. Once the heat is applied, then there is fire. Then what Madam Jane was saying, it was a bit correct, but one part was left. One part was, are you writing the fire triangle? Aha. You're right. Up there must be heat. Heat. This side, oxygen. Then you put fuel. That is the fire triangle. And for all the fires we have, they are as a result of that, those three. Once they are combined, fire must happen. You want or you don't want. That's why all of the equipment we use in extinguishing fire, or removing fire, they are just disorganizing those three. You get my point? The reaction between the three, for example, the heat there is electricity spark. The one we talked about, there is sunlight, nebirala bingi ebiyinza okwera ekiki okubuguma omuliro. Then fuel, there might be wood, HT, oba ekyoto, there might be a paper, ekiki. What is a paper? Olupapula, or petrol, amachi, amafuta, all clothes, enchi, engoi, anything that can support the burning is called a fuel. It can fuel it and then it ends up burning. Then when there are only two, there is heat and there is fuel without oxygen, then again there is no burning. Then if oxygen comes in and they become three at once, then fire starts. Madam Jetluwam? Bring your science. Bring science. Mr. Dagala, there's something was bringing the combustion. He was right. And Madam Jane, this one was bringing was what? You said what? How did you define fire? You don't remember what you said. Miss Ola, you said what is fire? Fire. You said no. And which percentage of oxygen is needed for the fire to burn? Have you ever heard about that percentage? Which percentage is that? Which percentage supports fire? Which percentage of oxygen supports fire? 21? 1%? 21%? 21%.
That's the percentage of oxygen that
The one in atmosphere is what? 21. What about the one which supports burning? Because if it was true that, then everywhere would be fire. Because the person is already there. Which person supports this fire? Security. Boss, I'm seeing your hand up. You were scratching yourself. It is only 16%. 16% supports fire to burn. 16% of the oxygen supports fire to start burning. And that is the standard measurement. However, there are others, but that is the standard one. And when oxygen reaches that level, automatically fire has to start burning. Let us look at the situation as we are winding up. We are about. What if there is fire? What do we do? When there happens to be fire, what do we do? What do you do first? You have seen the three have come together. There is oxygen, there is fuel, and there is heat. And you are seeing smoke is coming out. You are seeing light, and you are feeling heat. Because, for example, if the door is closed, and we detect that there is fire, how do we check that there is fire inside? For example, the door is closed, and we want to find out, is there a fire in this room? What do we do? You got me here? What do we do? We go there and touch? No. You have not yet confirmed that there is a fire in the room, and the room is closed. You just make an alarm. You block the door. Yeah? You said what? Can you clap that girl? I mean that lady. It is right. But that's not the first step. It is the second one. If the first one fails, then you go for smelling. The first one is testing whether there is fire. We look for we feel the heat. How? Ukolachi. Ukolachi. Latif. This room is closed. You are the security guard, and you think that there might be fire inside. What do you touch? How do you touch? Fire makes noise. Okay. Then there is a saying that you open. Okay. What if fire is this side? It is very deep inside the room. How will you detect? The door is closed and you are having the key. And even though you try to smell, the fire is very far. Then you wait for the smoke. You want things to first get burnt inside, so that the smoke comes out. Then you confirm that fire is there. Madam J, should we wait for smoke to come? The fact is, we open that door. But how do you open? Is the question now. What if you open and the fire is there? What we do, very simple. What we do, before you open any door where you think that it is fire, you first find out, is the fire near that door or not? If it is near, if you feel that there is heat, then you get to know that the fire is near that door. Okay? But if fire is inside, the door is always cool. Eh? Eh? How do you call this part here? The cheek, huh? You put that one, because this one detects very fast the hotness. But if you put this one takes much time compared to this part. You don't put at once. Eh? You get the point. You see, here you can detect very fast, but this one is simple. This one detects very, very easily. Eh? It is risky. I understand. Okay? But should you now put like this? This one takes longer time to fill. Likewise, this side takes longer time to fill. But this part it fills very fast. And they normally encourage this part here. Okay? Once you feel that it's a bit hot, you get to know that the fire is near that door. Why do we look at that? One, you may open the door fast or very fast when fire is burning around that door and the fire gets you inside, okay? But if you first check that fire is inside but not near the what? The door. Then before even you open the door, what should you think first? Before even you open the door, you first look at your exit. There is something we said, safety first. Yeah? Because if you don't provide safety first to you, even you will not provide to others. You get the point? First check that I'm safe now. If problems come, there is an exit. Then you start opening the what? That door. How do we even open? Do we open and push the door once? You have to open it so then you enter inside. Then how do you enter? And how do we enter? Before you step inside, first check this side, look into this side, and up. And then you see where fire exactly is. Because we need you live. Covering your nose, it is better. It is better. But what if what you can use is not there? You first go at home and bring it. It depends on the environment, because this is an emergency. It depends to the level of the emergency. The fire must, maybe when the fire is very much and there is a lot of smoke, then how will you see if smoke is much, even though you cover yourself? So it depends on the environment.
Yeah, another thing, when we are entering the smoky environment, don't enter when you are standing like this. So it's better to go down. Also, when you are in a room and the fire has caught, don't just move out like this. Because you know that as you have entered or you're in a room, oxygen is being used by fire.
Yes.
So when you just stand like this or you move when you're standing, you are going to suffocate. So it's better to go down.
Thank you very much. Mr. Douglas, are we together? Then we go back at our point. We are saying, what if there is a fire? What could be the first step to take? She had given in one response that she said we do what? You said smell. Are you sure? She said we make an alarm. You have seen fire down there. You have confirmed fire is there. Already fire is there. What do? One, you make an alarm. Here, for example, in the areas where we don't have the fire alarms, then you become the fire alarm yourself. You make that alarm. Which alarm do we make? We say We say? Which alarm do we make? We make the alarm which says fire, 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 so that everybody gets to know that the problem there is but no, because they know, for example here, they know very well that this is not a church. And before they have never heard anybody saying that fire. And even the fire in the church, the firing of the demons is not the same like this fire. Huh?
Sure.
Yes.
Now I've entered in a room like this one. I've detected that there is what?
There is fire.
What if I want to see the degree of that fire? Is it much or less? I want to detect. There much fire or no? You also can't also that one help. Because if it is not so much, I can stop it.
For us, we say there is no small fire unless when you are ready for it. There is no small fire. There is no small fire. You have to make an alarm saying omuliro. Auntie.
In terms of first aid, we always say shout for help. No matter how much you shout,
yes,
provided it can bring attention.
But the problem is, why do we include the word fire in this alarm? You will call for help, someone will come from outside and land into fire. As you make an alarm, the person to rescue you must be also protected. Be protected. Because if you just call for help, this person will just run and goes where the fire is. And that's why we are saying that in the areas where we don't have the fire alarms, because for the alarms it is very fine. You just go to the alarm box and switch on the alarm. You press the alarm, all the alarms will activate everywhere, and everybody will know that in that area there is a fire. It makes a very good sound. Even someone down will just get for example, these fire brigade guys. Once they are bypassing here, everybody gets to know that where they are heading, there is a fire. Because the alarm they make defines that is the fire. And for example, if Museveni is passing and he is a patrol, we can easily identify and get to know that is Museveni. The alarm of Museveni is not the alarm of the fire brigade. So as you also making this alarm, make sure the word fire is included, so that everybody knows that where is heading to rescue, there is a fire. For example, where there is theft, people will say, Omubi, Omubi, Omubi. You come knowing that the thief might be having a panga. You don't bring yourself wholesomely. You see that alarm of theft. You don't just come anyhow. Because you may land into problems. You will come when a thief is having a gun. And we will help you to meet God very fast.
Omubi nowadays bagamba. Omubi.
So now One procedure is making an alarm. If we don't have these alarms, the fire alarms, then you become the fire alarm. The sound you make should involve the word fire, fire, so that even you can protect those who will come to rescue the situation. Then 2, evacuate. For example, teachers, there is fire alarm here, maybe in the dormitory. The dorm leaders should get all the recordings. For example, the registers. Get them away. Okay? Get them as you are running away from that very area. For example, this building has been maybe fired, what and sort of. Get all the registers and the registers run outside. Why? They are going to help us somewhere. That is the second. The third one, everybody should head where there is an assembly point. For example, from the dormitory to where we normally have our assemblies. Why? Because everybody knows that is where we go to. But sometimes if we don't have that, you will find everybody learning this side, this one, this side. Then at the end, you will fail to know who is there and who is not there. If you have in the playground, they go to the playground or to the field. They run away from all the buildings. Why? They should run away from all the buildings. Who can tell us? Why should they run away from all the buildings? For example, the dormitory has caught fire. Should we remain in classes? Why should we run away yet the dormitories? Why? Fire may burn further. Secondly, we don't know which type of fire. It might be caused by electricity, and where we are, there are also more connections. So everybody should run away. How about the staff quarters? You remain there? No. You run away. How do you run away? We say run away without any belonging. Don't say my clothes, the suitcase, my money, my phone, my documents. I'm from the college. My documents. Leave them there. The what? I've said that, for example, the fire has been caught in the dormitory. The ones in the dormitory, if possible, they get away on the registers, because they are going to really pass somewhere. But other things, the clothes, simanya the suitcase, simanya kagoyi kankapya, just bought it kari kaidi, what, nadi nabade kumbaga, my money, they have just paid the salary, my money is under the bed. Leave the money there and run very fast to the assembly point. That is the biggest problem. Saying that the fire is still very far. Let me go and pick this one. Just run away to the assembly point. Once we reach there, the one with the register has to call, to roll call. Or we count the heads. We said how many there are 4 in the dormitory. You count there and then that 1, 2, 3, 4. You see the balance. If the number is 40 and they are 40, you get not everybody is here. You get the point? But if you count and there are 38, you get that 2 are still remaining. Then after seeing that they have come, call for help. Which help? 1, the Ugandan police. And their number is? The number is 99. That is the Uganda police. How about the fire brigade? 11112. You call. Okay? Then we go back at Mr. Wede's point. There, if fire is small, as you may look at it, then you are free to use these other equipments we normally have. For example, that one, the fire extinguisher. Then we use it. But before you use it, you must be trained. You must be knowing, because you may add pain to an injury. Because not every fire extinguisher that stops every type of fire. Because even fires have classes. We have A, we have B, we have C, and
You have said A, B, C.
and F. Classes of fire, we have A, B, C, and F. But not, because we are having also, there are like 6 types of fire extinguishers. But here in schools, we use the one we call ABC. That one works on different types of fire. But others, they are specific. That if there is this, you must be knowing that this type of fire, I use this type of extinguisher. This type of fire, I use this one. But those ones, the ABC, are used on different types of fires. Okay? But those classes, we have A and B and C, and the last one is F. Also, there are other things we use. For example, the fire blanket. We use the fire blanket. For example, that the fire blanket, just bring it and cover the fire. Automatically, fire stops. We have the big ones and the small ones. For example, those who are having these gases, those cylinders, when it catches fire, you just get that blanket and you cover the cylinder. The fire will stop there and then. Others, they use sandy soil. Why do we use sandy soil? What could be the reason behind? Madam Jane?
To cut off oxygen supply.
To cut off the oxygen?
Supply.
What about loam soil? Loam soil.
Any type of soil can do.
Is it true?
Yes, provided it is dry soil with no water in it. Not specifically sandy soil, but
We normally recommend sandy soil. We normally recommend we recommend sandy soil. But loam soil, even though it is dry, it contains oxygen. Did you know that? Can you explain that statement? It's a bit scientific. Muhammad may not understand it. He's your friend.
Which one is more powerful?
because it has bigger surface. And sandy soil is more porous than loam soil.
Okay, that is science. But for us, we recommend sandy soil. But loam soil, I don't know whether you see the experiment where we say that soil contains oxygen and water. We normally take a sample of loam soil. When you take a sandy soil, it also proves out, but it takes more time compared to loam soil. That's why we recommend loam soil to be used. I mean sandy soil. Yes. Use water?
Depends on the type of fire.
Sure, they encourage you to use piped water.
Piped
Water.
when you are using a pipe
Yes, it is.
as a hose or as a nozzle, but not bring just water and you just pour,
The
because
bucket
the space it covers, it allows oxygen to okay, that's great. I've liked that science. I've liked that science.
Sure. You have talked about blankets, fire blankets. I have my blanket
At home.
whenever it has been around a feed the kukubu.
These are blankets at home. Do we use them?
It's the one which I have at my place. Can I use it?
There is what you have said that the fire blanket. Is it called a fire blanket?
But I don't have it.
You must, because you must use the fire blanket, not any blanket. Because you will cover it and you will support it. The rate may decrease, but the connection will remain or the reaction will continue. Mr. Bibi, are you with us? So we use the fire blanket, not these our ISO blankets. And the fire blanket is very small. When you check at the layer, very small like this. But once you cover, there is no fire. That blanket does not allow oxygen to penetrate because we said to stop fire, we have to break that triangle. We remove the heat, or we remove the fuel, or we remove the oxygen. Once one is removed, then there is no fire. So all the chemicals we use, all the agents we use in quenching fire should disorganize one of the three. Also, we have other systems like what you call starvation. Is also a way of stopping fire. And starvation works only when fire is connected. For example, where there is wire connections and sort of maybe electricity. There we can use starvation. For example, we starve fire like this. For example, this is a wire, and this wire has caught fire. How do we starve? Once we cut this wire into two pieces, you leave one to burn, and once it reaches this edge, it will just stop. Then you have starved the fire. That's a very simple example or experiment. Another one, for example, this building catches fire, and we happen to know that the fire is due to electricity. Do we switch off this switch here? We just go to the main and we keep quiet because the main source has been starved. So we call it starvation. We can starve fire. Also, we have other ways of stopping fire, depending on which type of fire has happened. Maybe in the due process, we shall look at category 1, fire A. How do we stop it? And how is it caused? B, C, F. Then you get to know even the one you use at home cooking food. Which class of fire are you using at home? And what if it becomes a problem? How do you stop it? How do you fight it? Maybe you go now to the fire extinguisher. Mister, how do you see? We go to the fire extinguisher. The most important thing. How about the ones we have covered? The most important one. Okay. What is a fire extinguisher? How can you define a fire extinguisher? Yes. When this one comes, you go. Where are you going? Yes. Going? Mm-mm. So you don't go. It's a tool used to stop what? It is a tool used to stop fire. Yes, very right. It is a tool used to stop what? Fire. But it's a container. Don't you see it? Oil equipment. Very good. Want to go very fast about here. Now this is our fire extinguisher. We want to look at it together and we identify the parts it is having. Which part do you see? This one? This one is what? This one? A pipe. This one? Then this one? It might be a pipe. It is a pipe. How about this one itself? This is a cylinder. This one is called a safety pin. What about this one? This one? Meter? It is called? It is called a gauge. How about these ones? Label. Very good. What else is remaining? This one? Squeezer? Handle. Those two names seems to be right. A squeeze and a handle. It is a handle. It is a handle. Have we left any other part? They talked about a safety pin. This one. Now, this one? It is a nozzle or a hose. Then, before we use this instrument or this equipment, one, we have to check this. You said what? This gauge. You see, when you check inside here, there's what you call rechargeable and overcharged. In between the two is where we look at. If the pin inside or the pointer inside is in between that part, it means this fire extinguisher, you can use it. Or it's safe to be used. Now, if this pointer is down this way, then it shouldn't be used. Or it has gone the other side, overcharged. Then it means you can't use it. So, before you use a fire extinguisher, you look at that. Once you come to understand that it's fine, then you say, now it is fine, let me go and use it. It is a must. It is a must. It is a must, the first step. Then before you do other things, for example, the fire is there and now I'm going to use this one. My exit, my safety should be looked at. That if things become worse, there's where to to go. Then how do we use it? Right from the word pass there. Pass. To use this fire extinguisher, we follow that formula. Why haven't you used the capital letters, the uppercase? Don't label, just write another one. Was not? Aha. This P, the first P stands for pulling out the safety pin. And what if you come to this fire extinguisher when the gauge is fine and there is no pin? Is it safe? No. The two must be there. What if here it is not fine and the safe is fine? Should we use it? No. So the two you have to check. So the first one, you pull out the safety pin. I don't want to remove it, because when I remove, then things will change. After removing this pin, then I will go for A. A is what? You aim at the fire base. How about the third one? S is what? You squeeze. People are smiling about squeezing. Squeezing. That is, you squeeze. Okay. Then the last one is sweep. Let us look here, please. We have checked and the gauge is fine. The pin is there. Mr. Douglas, are you with me? Are you with me here? We pull out the pin. The fire is here. Then this one, once you squeeze it down, automatically the chemical will come out. Then you sweep the fire. How do you sweep? From the base. Towards which side? Every side? Depends where the fire is. Where the oxygen is.
I think you based on where the fire is starting from.
From where the fire is.
We can get the papers, we burn it there, then we demonstrate how we can put it.
And we cannot use this one. I request the one for demonstration, because this one now, if we remove the pin, then we need to call those people again. Once you remove the pin, it becomes unsafe, and we don't want to do that. How do we sweep off this fire? What do we look at first?
In one direction.
In one direction. Which direction? How do you determine the direction?
Depending on where the fire is.
What if the fire is here now? You sweep towards the other side, this side, or the other side. Where the fire is going. Yes. There's something here. Yes.
When we are sweeping the fire, in most cases we don't aim at the fire.
We aim at what?
We aim at the bottom.
At the base.
For example, if this is the building and it has caught fire, fire in most cases starts from down,
Yes.
going up. So if you aim at up, you will not stop the fire.
Yes.
In most cases, we aim down.
Down. Then which direction do you sweep towards?
You start from where you are, pushing
Where?
towards the fire.
What if the fire is there?
Then you have to extend near where the fire is.
In that open space.
The open space. Then you go to the open space.
You just sweep anyhow.
Because you cannot start from here. Yet the fire is the other side.
I also had a question.
Yes.
What if the fire is up, is on top?
Then if you are sure the fire is on top, for example, it is on the timber, then there you can aim at the timber. But in most cases, fire burns from down, going up.
Regardless of where it is, but you should sweep from the bottom of it. If it is here, you sweep from here. Okay? If it is down here, you sweep from down. But my question was, what if we are there? I mean, fire is outside there. How do you detect that I have to sweep towards this side? Or this side or the other side? Or you just come. Can you clap him? We must know the direction of the what? Because wind might be blowing towards your side and you are sweeping the fire off. That means you are sweeping the fire towards your side. Secondly, what if the wind blows toward the other side? The more you sweep towards the other side, it means you are helping the wind to carry the what? To carry the fire. You get the point? So it depends where you are. If you are in an open space like there, know where the wind is coming from. Because you may help this fire to extend even to other areas. You get the point? Then how do we sweep now off this fire? How do we sweep off?
What are you asking?
We have already seen that the wind is coming from this side. Then how do we sweep off? From
Opposite direction.
Opposite to what? To the wind. Then, what if it fails? Do you continue sweeping? You run? Do you run? Do you run away? What we have discussed since we came here, you have to do them within a second. Very fast. Because the fire does not wait. Does not wait for rescue. For it will just continue burning. So what if fire is in this room and you have discovered that you cannot manage? Should we close the windows? And then we call? Once you discover that the fire is big, just call there and then. That not every fire we need to get a fire extinguisher. Okay? You detect, you might have seen fire when it looks very small. But you fear to stop it. Call. Because the more you are fidgeting, stopping, the more it is growing bigger. There and then you call. But others just run away and even hide. Others start sweating. Others will start crying, my money, my money. Others will cry for their children. You have a baby, the baby is inside the room, and the fire has caught the room. Should you go back and pick the baby?
I don't know whether one people can say. I captured it well.
Said what?
-5 degrees is water and the soil applicable to stop fire.
Only soil.
Only soil. Why not water?
Water contains a lot of oxygen. And you were not here. You look, so we had this one. You see this one? Is called a fire triangle. And the fire to burn, this triangle should be complete. There must be heat, must be fuel, and must be oxygen. So what we are doing to stop fire, we just disorganize this triangle, or we are only fighting this triangle. We remove oxygen, fire will stop. You remove fuel, fire will stop. You remove heat, fire will stop. You get the point? So whatever contains oxygen will support fire.
So right now, if God forbid, if it can happen now, and we don't have any fire extinguisher, and we don't have soil around, we shouldn't use water.
When the fire brigade comes with the water.
We use water, but which water do we use? We use the water which has pressure. For example, this water we have in the washrooms, which is in the pipe, if we can increase its pressure, we can use it to stop fire. Because the oxygen within cannot burn when it is on high pressure. You get the point? It cannot burn. But this water you bring in the bucket and you just pour, you see oxygen covers a very big space within a second. So when you bring a bucket like this, that means the space for oxygen to burn is high. Or they bring a lot of water within a second, which cannot allow oxygen to burn. You get my point? This pin has no problem in pulling it, because the problem in pulling the pin is pulling the pin when you are squeezing the pin has no pressure. No, it needs that removing the pin. The pin has no problem. You just move it. It is not even connected to the agents inside. The pin. No. There is no pressure. You can come and even see. It is just free and open. Just removing it has no problem. Why? When you are doing what? Removing the pin has no problem. It has no connection with the agents inside. The pin has no problem at all. Just a pin is for inspection.
Maybe it's talking about when the cylinder is bigger than that.
That you do what? Still, the pin has no problem. The pin is for the. What am I telling us? What is it?
How do you have that cylinder? Then immediately that pipe has the pressure directly to the pipe.
Yes, here comes the pressure from here. And the more you use it, the more it becomes light. Yes. And the one for carbon dioxide, it is always very heavy, this part. That's why for the carbon dioxide, it has a very long nozzle. Because carbon dioxide is heavy. Not like this agent. You have to use a lot of energy. For example, now that one is very simple. It is always connected, maybe outside there or somewhere. whereby you are supposed to hold the pipe like this, like 10 people, then one goes the other side, and for him his work is to sweep, for you hold it. That one is also there, but also depends on the level of the fire. Even you see the water, for example, here may not be having the access areas. They may stop up there, everybody will go on holding the pipe up where the fire is. Then the last person is going to sweep, but the speed. I beg to almost wind up because time. Yes, we shall get the one for demonstration. Actually, we shall practice. Everybody stops fire and we see how it does. Then the last part is, what do we do after stopping the fire? The fire has stopped. What do we do? What do we do? One, and is the major one. The first one, you are not allowed to enter in the room where fire has been, not until the fire brigade has authorized you to go. Even though you are seeing that the fire has stopped. For example, those big fires, we have called the fire brigade to come here, they have stopped the fire. Nobody is supposed to go in that room, not until the fire brigade has said, go back.
What if there is no fire brigade?
Now, for example, I have used we have stopped the fire. There, again, we don't just go there immediately. One, for example, this room, or for example, someone had left something inside and it has been burnt. May come back when in the room there is no oxygen. And we will end up suffocating.
The answer that I was expecting from you is that after fire, especially when it is stopped by fire extinguisher, those chemicals, they are still inside that room.
I'm still giving you answers, but the major one, in the incidents where there is fire, people always lose properties. Imagine they have just paid to the salary, and your salary has been burnt, but they have come and they have rescued the environment. You have feelings that maybe my money is not burnt. You will just go straight in the room. And reaching the room, there is no oxygen. The chemicals they use, because we said here in this triangle, that when we are stopping fire, we only disorganize the three: heat, fuel, and oxygen. Now, when you go in the room, when they have removed the oxygen, definitely. That's why we leave those people to say that please go there. What if they have not come and we have done it ourselves? Again, we don't just go there immediately. Secondly, there might be some small fires remaining. Once you go there, you might get more problems still. And other reasons. Then after, also again recount the same way we did immediately when the fire had just caught up the situation. We counted to confirm that everybody is there. Still, when the fire is done, also we count again that the number we got is the number we have. We might have made a mistake in counting due to the pressure and tension. Then after counting, we may see that we counted 40. At the end, we are having 49. That means one is where? Is outside.
The room.
Is left where? In the room. Then preserve the evidence, because we have to write the what? The reports, to do what? The way how fire began and what happened and what next. Then, for example, at the school or the workplace, before they go back in those rooms, first get them in the assembly point, talk to them, take some counseling. Talk to them. Because they might have been lost some things, or friends, or properties, what. There are things that, for example, clothes, someone had just bought a shoot, and has been burnt. His salary, her salary, the trousers of your husband has been burnt. The documents and many other things. So before you go back, we need to first rehabilitate that very person before it goes back to the room. Because may reach in the room and see what fire has done and collapses also. But after rehabilitation, the counseling may go back when it's strong a bit. I think you are getting my point. Then, again, we refill immediately the fire extinguishers which have been used. You get my point? Because the fire may happen in the morning and you relax to refill the fire extinguishers, then it comes back in the afternoon. When the ones which you have, they are already used up. So immediately after stopping the fire, make sure all the equipments used up, they are refilled. Then the last one, do a review meeting. When everybody has settled down, you meet them again, you sit down, you discuss, you discuss a lot. You review and many other things within that line. Unless when there's someone with a concern, but I'm likely to stop there. Before I wind up, I thank you so much for your time. We shall continue having these engagements, and I know these things. Some are taught after paying, but here we are getting this knowledge, this little knowledge, free of charge. Let us always be positive. And I always say this: you may go for the interview somewhere, and they leave out all the classwork. They ask, do you have any other skill apart from the classwork? Do you have any other? You say, I know how to use a fire extinguisher. I can fight fire. They automatically tell you, can you demonstrate for us? How is the fire caused? And what are the major principles and sort of. Then we'll automatically get the job. So within a few minutes, I want us to have a word from HM, and will give us the prayer. Then we'll leave this place. You have a concern? No problem. Go. So, Mr. HM, you are welcome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In the first place, let's thank Shay. Not only fire extinguishers, by the way. Actually, we should also get some traffic officers.
We shall get.
They come here. They train us on road safety.
Yes.
Because they are doing it in other schools for free, maybe government schools. But if we can get one traffic officer and he comes here, we give him some little token to take us through on road safety, how children cross the road, what should we do, what do we need. So these things are very important. They are very, very important. And please, let's always attend. There is knowledge which is not important. Every knowledge is important in one way or another. So I thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for attending. And I think we shall get the one for demonstration. We see how it is done. Yes. So, and these things, anything can happen. You have been seeing schools, God forbid, you have been seeing schools being burnt in the dormitories. That's why they refused these burglars. They shouldn't be there. These days, when you're constructing a block for boarding, you are just recommended to put grasses only. The ministry refused those things of burglars because there were no exit doors in the case of any problem. But thank you for attending, and may God bless you. Let's pray.